Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Where's My Hat podcast, episode 7. I'm Brandon Eifrid, Equip at Equip Music. That's me. Got another great episode for you today. I was going to say, if you guys have been listening to this since day one, or even if you're new, whatever, leave a comment on the YouTube page or our Facebook and just tell us what you think or what you're thinking about, what's going on in your life, whatever you want to do, and we'll try and talk about it in an episode coming up here. We also have our Gmail, Where's My Hat Podcast at gmail.com. Anyway, here we go.
Hey, Stacey, how are you?
I'm all right.
Good.
I'm ready to get started.
Let's get it started.
I have an idea.
What's the idea?
So you know how we decided that we weren't going to do the hat thing anymore?
Okay.
How about we just bang it out?
Wait. For those who haven't listened to episodes previously, the hat thing that she's referring to is we would play a game where we'd pick a topic out of the hat and then try and come up with a joke with it by the end. But we found out that we're terrible at this. So tell me about this banging it out.
We're just going to do it, all of them.
At once?
Not all at once, like back to back. We're going to each pick a topic, and then we're going to see if we can come up with a joke or not. And we're just going to do all of them.
Okay. Hold that thought.
Because if we're going to come up with a joke, it's going to be right then. It's not going to be an hour later.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right. 1 second. Do you want to go first?
Hell no. Oh, you already did this one.
What is it?
Santa Claus.
We have not done Santa Claus. We did Snowman.
We did Santa Claus on episode 2.
Who had... No, because we did Obama, the Great Wall of China, and Octopus on episode 2.
Oh, you're right.
And then we didn't even do it, so...
Santa Claus. Why is he so happy? He's up in the North Pole. Calm down a little bit.
Right? It's so cold up there.
Yeah. Like, you shouldn't be so jolly. You're only getting cookies and milk. Calm it down.
Oh, you know why he's so happy all the time?
Why?
Because he has all those slaves.
Oh, yeah. White people with slaves always seem to be happy. At least they hate having their slaves taken away from them. That's all I know.
Mm-hmm. Not us. We're not.
I don't own any slaves.
Nor do we want to. Just in case anyone was wondering. Oh, Trump.
I love Trump.
Explain that.
You want me to explain how I love Trump?
Yes.
Well, don't get me wrong. Like, he's kind of an idiot. But he's like a lovable idiot. He's like your racist grandpa. You know what I mean? Like, he just babbles. And you're just like, oh, grandpa, we're going to put you back in the home. And he's just like that, except extra racisty and has money.
And extra rapey.
Oh, yeah. Well, isn't your grandpa kind of rapey?
No, why would you say that?
Oh, sorry, I didn't know that. That was weird.
Why would you, like,
Sorry.
Are you just saying, like, in general, everyone's grandpa is kind of rapey?
Not rapey. Let me rephrase that. I'm sorry.
Brandon, cut that out.
That was taken way out of context. Like, my grandpa could be a little extra, like, sexual harassy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
May he rest in peace. Like, I've known grandpas who'd be like, hey, Toots, how you doing? And then do a little, get a little handsy and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're old, white, and think they could do that shit still.
That's not why. That's not why they do it.
Well, yeah, they want to. I don't know why they do it. I'm not them, but like,
It's not because they're old and white. It's because they're terrible people.
don't talk about my grandparents like that.
Okay, well, don't say you love Trump.
I'm okay, but I do love Trump. He was an entertaining president, like the same way I love Obama. He was very entertaining.
But Obama was entertaining in a good, thoughtful way. He's actually funny. Whereas Trump is funny in the way that he's a ridiculous human being and you cannot take him seriously. But he's also a terrible human being, so it's kind of not funny.
It is funny. Yeah, he's terrible. Don't get me wrong. I don't want him to be president. But I'd love for him and Ted Nugent to have a podcast. I'd listen to that.
Who's Ted Nugent?
He was the guy that's pro-guns. He's like Kid Rock, but for people in the 80s.
Why would you want to listen to that podcast?
Because that would be so entertaining. It's like listening to Alex Jones. Like, you know that shit is ridiculous, but you can't help but listen to how ridiculous it is and laugh at it. Because I'm laughing at them, not with them. Does that make sense?
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm judging you way too hard. I just got all up in arms because I thought that we were a liberal podcast. And then you come in here and you're all like, oh, I love Trump.
I didn't know we were assuming political ideals.
What is your political ideal? I feel like that's something I should already know, but I realize I don't. You kind of surprise me sometimes.
I don't know. I have ideals.
If you could categorize yourself, what are you?
I'm all pro-drug, pro-choice, pro-gun.
So you're an independent.
Kind of, yeah.
I'm an independent too, but for different reasons, maybe. I'm not pro-gun. I just think that we need to be careful about who has them.
I don't want to get serious on this podcast, but I'm going to get, like, serious.
Go for it.
Like, I'm all for taking away guns. But the thing is, if we're going to take away guns, we need to take away guns for everybody. That means the police. That means the National Guard.
Mm-hmm.
That means everybody.
Mm-hmm.
If we're going to take away guns. That way it's an even playing field.
Yeah.
But that's never going to happen.
Yeah.
So we might as well have guns.
It could happen. You know, Huey, the little boy that I live with, he told me that I should run for president, and I might. So if I do, watch out, Republicans. I'm taking your fucking guns. All of them.
Specifically Republicans' guns?
Well, I mean, I was just saying that because they're the ones who are all weird about it.
Yeah, they are kind of weird about it.
I don't think liberals are going to be as mad if I take their guns if they know that I'm taking them away from everybody.
Sometimes I feel like guns are just like big trucks. You know what I mean? They're like just penis envy type objects.
Mm-hmm.
Like how musicians like really big into their guitar and then they like have it by their crotch and stuff. I feel like guns are like the same way. Like it's an
Yeah.
extension of their ego.
For some people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and it happens to be phallic.
They are phallic.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's up, Brandon?
Not much. You guys are ridiculous. It's so funny. Bringing politics into this. Talking about phallic guitars.
Guitars are phallic.
And guns. I mean, there's all kinds of people that own guitars and guns and don't think
Fuck
of it
a
as an
lot.
extension of their dick.
Not consciously.
Or subconsciously.
You don't know that.
Have you guys you don't have dicks, right? But you've shot a gun.
I have not shot a gun.
And it's kind of fun, right?
I do love shooting a
People
gun.
think way too much into this stuff. I think I personally don't like to get political. I mean, you guys do what you want.
It is
I
our
think
podcast.
I mean, I have a say in it too.
Absolutely.
But it's like, I don't know. Like, it doesn't, people's politics, it's like, I don't care, you know? When someone starts talking about politics, I'm just like, this doesn't matter.
You guys are so white.
It's like, oh, this is like, I'm going to talk about politics and how I really believe this and blah, blah, blah. And then like at the end of the day, you're going to do the things that you do. And unless you're going to be a politician and like change it or something, I feel like it's like, what difference does it make, you know, to worry about like, you can vote. I mean, you can do that.
What compelled you to pick up the mic to say that?
Just like saying that you were like this. I thought this was a liberal podcast. I was like, news to me. I didn't know. I don't care. I don't think it's liberal or Republican. Like,
right. But I mean, I just feel like
and then you talked about the guitars. I was like, oh, I better say something.
Okay.
But I totally see what you mean about the guitars, though. I mean, that totally makes sense because it's like right there, and it's like that one makes more sense than the guns almost. But the gun is like, I mean, people make that comparison all the time. It's definitely valid.
I just feel like the people that I typically get on with, I kind of assume, you know, that their views on things are similar to mine, but it's like sometimes, you know, with you guys, like you'll say something and I'll think maybe these people are a lot different than I thought.
Yeah. You're like, wow. So. But see, what if she was a Republican though, like hardcore, all of a sudden you find that out, right? Like, that means that she was still a cool person, and you didn't. But if you didn't even know till now, so would her political view totally like sway you one way or another? Like,
no, like I wouldn't.
It is a deal breaker for a lot of people. Like, I get that.
I wouldn't like run for the hills or anything like that. But I would be like, we really need to have a conversation.
Sure, you're like, yeah.
I like talking to people who have different views than I do.
Okay.
Because I like to be able to discuss our different views to each other and see where we have common ground, see where we have differences, and then just realize we're all human beings that have different morals.
Right.
And those morals aren't good or bad for that specific person or for me. It's just we're different. Because that's what America is. Like, I grew up knowing that America was a melting pot. And that we're all different, and that we are kind of an experiment because there's not very many different countries that have so many different cultures cultivating in one spot. So we have to learn to live with each other.
Right, but there are certain things that people believe and certain laws that are passed where it really is restrictive, especially to certain demographics. And I think it's important for us to all try to be understanding of how other people who are different from us can be affected by certain beliefs. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But that's why there's certain things that are states' rights versus national rights. Like, national rights should be very unrestrictive as possible, and then the states design their own laws to their own ways. Like, yeah, no, I would never live in. For the people living in Mississippi that are listening, thank you. I am about to trash your state. I would never live in Mississippi.
That's where Tig Notaro is from. Well, it's either Mississippi or Louisiana, but she had that show, One Mississippi, so I think
I would never live in Mississippi. And I wouldn't, because the laws are weird. The people, they're awesome, but like there's dry counties that are there.
Oh yeah.
And they're so restrictive about certain cultural beliefs. And then like their fucking flag has a rebel flag in it. I just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
But that state has the right to make up their laws the way they are because under the Constitution, that's how it's supposed to be. Like the Civil War, it was fucked up. Anyways, I'll stop there.
Yeah. I think we should move on, honestly.
Yeah, politics are always suck, man.
Yeah.
It's always so divisive. Why'd you put Trump in there?
What's that, Brandon?
Yeah, man, politics suck.
Thank you. I appreciate your input. We're moving on. Okay. Draw another topic.
Oh, my turn.
Minivans.
Minivans.
She couldn't read it, so I had to read it for her. And it took me a second, too. I was like, wait, what did I write?
I thought it was a name. Dude, minivans. I love minivans because you could like live in there. You could transport a lot of stuff. You can like drive wherever and you don't have to worry about anything with a minivan. They're so reliable. They're so cheap. However, they do have a stigma.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, soccer mom stigma, pedophile stigma.
Oh, pedophile stigma. I didn't know that.
Maybe those are just windowless
Those
vans.
are just regular vans. Yeah. Just any van, really. But especially like the big white ones.
Yeah, that's true.
The boxy type, you know.
But, like, if there wasn't a stigma against minivans, I would definitely own one. Because I've slept in one and it was comfy. Like, I'd make it into, like, a little mini RV for me.
I don't have an issue with the functionality of a minivan, but I do have an issue with how they look.
Tell me about that.
I just don't like the shape of minivans. Excuse me, I had to burp. If they were a different shape, if they were more, you know, maybe like boxier or more like Jeep like shaped, you know.
So you want a more square design.
Probably, yeah. Or like really just anything. Any other kind of design, show it to me. I might like that better than a minivan. I don't like the shape of a minivan. They look fucking dumb.
I can't imagine parallel parking in a minivan. Well, maybe I can. I think it would be easier
They're
than with something with a trunk.
Mm.
You can, I don't know.
Yeah, well, I guess I drive a Jeep and my Jeep doesn't have a trunk. So,
Right.
Yeah, maybe that's true.
So, you wouldn't own a minivan?
Fuck no. Any other type of van. Not a
Any
minivan.
other type of van?
Pretty much.
Like a cargo van?
Like, describe that to me. I don't know what that means.
I don't know. I'm trying to think. Basically one of those white vans. I'm thinking of
I had a
Continental is what I'm thinking of, I think. Like one of those like really roomy, have couches in the back kind of van.
Mm-hmm.
Would you own one of those?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I just don't like minivans. It's the only type of vehicle really that I have strong feelings about. I just don't like how they look. I did have a big white van, like a pedophile type white van. My dad gave it to me to move here in. I had a Buick at the time. I gave him my Buick and he gave me that van. But after just like a few months, the electrical wiring like went to shit and I didn't know how to like, you know, get that fixed. Like you have to have like a special whoever to actually fix that, and I didn't have any money either, so we just gave it to my ex-girlfriend's uncle, because he owned like a auto repair shop or whatever, and he tried to fix it too and he couldn't do it, but he just like gave me $300
for the van.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bummer.
Well, because it was like
right
shit, you know, like anytime you plugged the battery in, it would run like the electricity would run and it would just wear the battery out. So it was like either I would have to unplug and replug the battery every single time I drove it, or just like get a new vehicle. Yeah.
All right, your turn.
Oh, okay. Dead babies.
I'm not cool with that.
I didn't think you would be. That's why I wrote it. Dead babies. Oh, I have one. I actually have a joke for this. What's better than one dead baby nailed to a tree? One dead baby nailed to 10 trees.
Oh.
Yeah, you like that?
Well, let them rest in pieces. Can I get that?
All right. I didn't write that joke. That joke already existed. I just thought of it.
Yeah, I remember dead baby jokes being big when I was younger.
What's that?
Dead kittens.
You have a joke?
No. That's also really sad. Do you have dead puppies in there too?
We'll see. You don't have anything to say about dead kittens?
No, I don't have anything.
I have something.
Go for it.
When I was a child,
Oh my gosh.
my dad bought a couple of kittens, or he probably didn't buy them. He probably got them for free. But he got a couple of kittens for me and my older sister. So we each had one. Mine's name was Tara. I can't remember my sister's cat's name. It was probably like Shadow or something, you know.
Generic.
Yeah, because they were both black and white kittens. And anyway, my kitten's name was Tara. And one day, my dad went to the gas station. And as he was pulling out of his parking lot, because he owned a business that he lived in.
Oh no.
But he was driving out of his parking lot, and from the back of his car, as he drove off, I saw my kitten, and it was just bouncing up and down in the air.
Oh no.
And I was I was a child, 4 years old probably. I didn't understand what was happening with this kitten. I thought it was just acting crazy for no reason. But then after it was done bouncing all over the place, it just fell and laid flat on the ground.
No.
And so I walked over to it, and it was just all covered in blood.
Oh my gosh.
And then I went into my stepmom, and I was crying, and I was we need to take it to the vet. And she was there's nothing we can do. It's dead. And I was so upset. But yeah, that was the day I watched my kitten die.
What a great comedic story.
I mean, I have to share it, it's traumatic.
It is traumatic. Oh my gosh. When I was 6, my cat, Tiny, had a litter of kittens. And, I would just be, so excited that I would, take the kittens and I'd, throw them on the bed. And I'd be oh, they land on their feet. And so I would just, play with them and stuff. I didn't realize, this was a very traumatic experience for the mom and the kittens also. So, I just remember being this is so much fun. But, the mom was, freaking the fuck out and everything else.
Yeah.
But, don't let a 6-year-old be alone with a litter of kittens, you know?
No. Oh, that actually reminds me, the other day, at that children's birthday party that was happening at my house.
Oh, yeah.
One of the cousins, was over, and, she was playing with my dog, and, I was, in the kitchen, washing dishes or whatever, and, they were, I saw her, outside the window, in the yard, playing with my dog, and, they were, she was, dancing with her, she was, holding her little paws and, dancing with her, and then she picked my dog up by the paws, up off the ground, and I, threw the window open, and I was, I yelled at her, I was stop.
Yeah.
And she was oh, and she just stopped what she was doing, and then Lynette came in there, and she was what happened, what's going on? And I explained it to her, and then I finished what I was doing, and Lily, bleep that out, the child that I had yelled at, like a few minutes later, like she had like gone upstairs into one of the bedrooms, and like I told Lynette, I was like, I have to go explain to her what happened, so that way she knows why I yelled at her. Because like it doesn't do any good if like the kid just gets yelled at and they don't know what happened. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so I went and I found her upstairs, and we had a good conversation. I just explained to her that animals can't like express how they feel in those situations, and so if she hurt the dog, then the dog wouldn't be able to tell her that.
Right.
Like there's only one really good way to pick up an animal. And
Well, not only that too, but like also like let's say your dog was hurt, right? And your dog was gonna bite her.
mm-hmm.
Like that's a whole ordeal in itself.
My dog can bite her all day long. I don't give a fuck.
You don't, but the parent might. And when a dog bites a
you're
human, like it's instantly a big deal. You know
I was
what I mean?
joking. I was joking.
Poor puppy.
Mm-hmm.
But all right, next topic.
Okay. I think it's your turn.
Speed round.
Wait, or did you pick?
I think I picked dead kittens.
You didn't draw one. Okay. I'll pick one. Walmart.
I love Walmart. Walmart, if you're listening, please sponsor. No, I love Walmart. Like, it's the only place I can go in the middle of the night and, like, pick up stuff for my car and groceries and clothes if I need it. Like, Walmart is like a guardian angel in a way. Because if I'm down and out and I just have a little bit of cash, it'll help me out. Like, other than, like, a gas station, it has everything.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about Walmart? I wouldn't say it's my guardian angel.
Gas stations don't have everything.
No, but they have gas. Walmart doesn't have gas.
Yeah, they do.
Where?
At the Walmart gas station in the parking lot.
The Murphy USA?
Yeah.
They're not open 24 hours.
But you can still use the pump.
Can you?
Can't you do that at pretty much any gas station?
I don't know. I've never tried.
Wow. Well, you should get out more.
Some gas stations you can, but some you can't. Like, it depends. Some of them they'll shut it down, like actually close.
That's what I thought.
But I imagine if Walmart is open, then why not keep their pumps open? You know, like they don't have to have someone in the kiosk, but...
And it might depend on the Walmart even, but... Because not all Walmarts have the gas, but a lot of them do. There's one in Fort Wayne that does. Murphy USA.
There's only one in Fort Wayne that does? No, there's...
No, I know for sure there's one. I mean, there might be more.
There's at least 3.
Like the one on Coldwater, near the closest one to us, doesn't have one.
Really?
Yeah. But I think the other two do.
No,
Anyway, a little fun Walmart fact. And also, you can always see an addict when you're at Walmart, especially late at night.
Dude, I seen once, I was at Walmart and there was like a family and the one lady was wearing like jeans and a beige bra. I was like, you know what? They're probably here to get her a shirt. You know, like,
I doubt it.
Why else would you go there in a beige bra? Like, if you're going to wear like nothing but a bra as a top, like, I don't think it would be beige. Like, there's got to be an emergency or something. Something went awry where you need to go to Walmart right then and there. You know what I mean?
No. Some people just do stuff.
There's got to be a reason. Like, like nothing's covering her. Yeah, maybe she was hot and she just took her shirt off.
And also on drugs, probably.
Because of the drugs. Maybe she was like sweating.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
I mean, was she in like the clothing section?
No, she was actually near the checkout.
Right. Was she buying a shirt? Did she have a shirt in her hand?
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. All I saw was the bra.
I don't think she was there to buy a shirt. I think she was like on purpose, wearing nothing but a beige bra.
That's so disappointing.
Is it?
I mean, I mean, I guess not, but it was for me a little bit. Like, I just wanted to help that lady out.
Not everyone needs your help. Not everyone wants your help.
That's so true. I'll pick a topic.
All right.
Ghosts.
Nice. That's what our last episode was about.
That's true.
Did you have a ghost story that you weren't able to tell?
I did.
Tell it, and I'll tell mine.
I used to go ghost hunting a lot because I was poor. Yeah, I was poor, and I didn't have any source of entertainment. Like, I wouldn't go to, like, a bar or anything like that, so we'd go ghost hunting. And one time, I went with a group of friends, and the one person was pregnant, and we went to this bridge that was supposedly haunted. So we hung out, said, hey, if there's any ghosts nearby, let us know. And this one guy was like, something is touching me.
Oh.
So we were taking photos, right? And we're like, this is so cool. This guy's faking it, and he's really believable. And, he freaked out. And he was like, what the fuck was that? Somebody's touching me. And, we all started running because one person freaked out. And, herd mentality. If one person goes, we're all going. And then the pregnant lady fell, which really freaked me out. Because I was like, we're not trying to, cause crazy things to happen. We're just trying to see ghosts. And we all got out unscathed. Everything was fine. But we saw the photos, and we saw, it was late at night, and we saw, a white, shadowy thing right where the guy said he was being touched. You could see, it was, on his elbow, and you could see, a shadow, a white, streak going up from his elbow.
Wow. That's creepy.
Yeah. I wish I still had the photo.
Was it just, a regular, iPhone or something?
Yeah. I mean, we were poor. It wasn't even an iPhone. It was, knockoff Android. What's your story?
Okay. Well, the house that I live in now.
Uh-huh.
When we first moved in, it was crazy with bad energy. Over time it's gotten better because we've been fixing up the house. I think that a lot of it was just the negative energy from things that had happened there before, and the house was just completely a wreck, and whatever spirits were there didn't like it,
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Jesus. But anyway, it was within the first few days that I was living there. I heard this demonic laughter. I was alone at night, and I heard this demonic laughter coming from the staircase. I'm gonna try to do it. I don't know if I can do it, but it was like ha 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 ha, that type of.
Can you do that one more time?
I'm gonna try. I feel like I nailed it the first time. I'm not gonna nail it again.
I just want to hear it one more time.
Okay. It's like ha 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 ha.
You did a good job the second time.
Thank you. But it was loud.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was there alone. And then a few days later, Dominic, because he lived there with me at the time, we were there together, and I had told him that had happened, and then he did it.
The noise?
Yeah, he did the noise, to make fun of me. It was after after I had told him that. It was not at the same time that I told him that. It was later. And he was in a different room of the house, and he did that, and I freaked the fuck out. And I went to him, and I was like, was that you, or was that not you? And it was him. And and then he he realized like, oh, like that was actually really terrifying and not a funny thing to do.
Right.
And so like he was also like into like, you know, Wiccantry shit like that. And so he actually did like a cleansing on the house that night.
To help?
It did. Like oh, there was one other thing that happened, and I think it was before he cleansed it. But we were like sleeping in the den because like we were still fixing up the basement and trying to get that livable. So we were sleeping in the den upstairs, and we didn't have any pets at the time in the house. But like we were trying to sleep, and I felt an animal like on my feet, like brushing up against my feet.
Yeah.
And like I thought like maybe it was him, but like I figured it out, and he was not close enough to me for it to have been him.
Oh.
Yeah. Isn't that so creepy?
It's like Pet Cemetery.
Mm-hmm. Well, and like the thing is, before in the house, the other people that lived there, they had all kinds of pets. Like the house, like it was so covered in like animal filth when we moved in. Yeah, like we had to rip out like all the carpets and everything.
Oh, jeez.
But at that time,
Did she buy the house?
Yeah.
Okay.
But at the time, the carpet was still in the den, and the carpet was completely covered in like animal filth.
Oh.
Yeah. Like I had to put down like drop cloths just to put down like a mattress.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds really scary.
Yeah. So I think it was like an animal ghost. But yeah, after he did the cleansing, like nothing that intense ever happened again. Basically what he did was he like asked whatever it was that lived there. He was like, you know, like, you're really freaking us out. But the thing is, we live here now too. And like, we just want to coexist. Like, we're not asking you to leave. Like, we just want everything to be peaceful. And it worked. Yeah.
For the listeners, please write in. Is it Wiccantry or is it Wiccanism? Let us know.
Or it's Wicca.
Wicca, yeah, but
it is Wicca.
All right, for the listeners, don't bother writing in. We don't have a mailing address anyways. Have you ever seen that Hoarders episode?
Which one?
The one where she collects a skull?
Mm-mm.
Oh, man. She collected, like, bones of dead animals and stuff. And, like, put little names to it and stuff. It was a weird one. And she thought that her house was haunted. And she would have put, like, Yahweh all over the doors and stuff. Which is, like, the name Jesus in, like, Hebrew or something like that. Yahweh is the name of what, Brandon?
Yahweh is in the Old Testament as the name for God.
Well,
right.
Jesus is God, so.
Yeah. At least in Christianity.
Mm-hmm.
There's Jesus, the Holy Spirit, and God are all the Trinity, one and the same.
The Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to be
Amen.
Incorrect. I just know that Yahweh, I thought, meant that. I was
close enough. Yeah, I was just nitpicking for no reason.
No, I appreciate it. I want to be as accurate about my religious
non-beliefs
as possible.
You put my Catholic upbringing to good use here.
Yeah.
It's technically like a Jewish thing because it's in the Torah, the first.
So it is the Hebrew name for...
It's the Hebrew name for God.
Yeah. Thought it was specifically Jesus. But
well,
I could
they
be
don't.
wrong.
Yeah, because they don't believe that Jesus was the Son of God in Judaism. So they don't really have a name for, other than Jesus. They don't really.
Anyway, she wrote it all over the place in like blood and stuff.
Oh.
Maybe it wasn't blood. Maybe it was just like red crayon. But it looks pretty scary. And it was a very interesting episode. But they had like some sort of shaman cleanse the house, and she felt better, and she cleaned up her house and threw away some of the bones.
Only some?
She had one that she called Friend.
Ew.
It was a cat skull.
That's creepy.
I don't know. She had a hoarding issue. She was obviously having issues that she needed to deal with.
But just think about that for a second. She had a cat skull named Friend. That's creepy.
Dude, I would, when Harvey, my cat, passes on,
You'd keep her skull.
I would definitely keep her around. I would taxidermy her.
Okay, but you wouldn't name her Friend.
No, I name her Harvey.
Right. It was the friend part that I thought was creepy.
Yeah. Yeah, it is a little odd, but whatever, man. She's good now, right? Her kids are good, hopefully.
Mm.
It was a little weird, but...
Oh, man.
Whose turn is it now?
I think you drew Ghost, and so it's my turn. All right.
Garage.
I don't have anything that I want to share. I have thoughts, but I don't want to share them.
I like garages because they're like a buffer from between the outside and the inside.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, you're not exactly outside, so you're not, being in the weather and trying to deal with the outside life. But you're not, like, in the comforts of your own home either. You're just, like, in between.
You can smoke in a garage.
You can definitely smoke in a garage.
Mm-hmm.
You can hang out with friends in a garage and not interrupt the people that are in the home.
Mm-hmm.
You can eat Little Debbie Nutter Bars ice cream. Nutty Bars, I'm sorry.
If you want to sponsor us,
You could,
bars.
yeah, not a sponsor. You could eat that in the garage, though.
You could also
It's
eat
so
that
good.
in the house, too, which you were doing.
I've never had it before. It's amazing. Anyway, continue. Garages.
Mm-hmm.
Your thoughts?
I'm done with garage. That was a dumb topic.
You wrote it.
Well, that's why I'm allowed to say it was dumb.
Speaking of dumb topics, paperclip.
That was the worst one. I wrote it down and I was like, how is anyone going to think of anything?
Man, paperclips have saved my life I don't know how many times.
Do I care? Is this interesting or?
No, there's nothing like I didn't get out of like handcuffs or anything because of them, but I mean, I've opened doors, like literal doors, to like escape from somewhere or like look through somebody's closet to find out what's going on with them. But that's it.
Oh, you know what? I've done that too. When I was with my ex-girlfriend, and she would lock doors, and like it was like in a situation that like she really shouldn't have locked that door. You know what I mean?
Nope.
It was a really toxic situation, but I would sometimes need a paperclip.
They're really handy.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I hate about paper clips is like once you like unravel them to use them, you can't ravel them back up. Like you can't make them back into a regular paper clip shape without it being wonky looking, you know?
Yeah.
That sucks. Paperclip companies, if you could get on that, I would appreciate it.
Do you guys ever just use them to like keep a few loose sheets of paper together?
No. I use Staples for that.
I like using the plastic clips. Those are probably my favorite to keep papers together.
Fair enough.
All right. Next topic. Dead puppies.
I knew it was gonna fucking come up.
Yeah. I don't know that I have a dead puppy story, but I do have a story about a dog.
A dead dog?
No. As far as I know. Maybe. That's kind of what the story is about. That's why I want to tell it. Brandon, I'm trying to tell a story.
Brandon's trying to bait me with ice cream, but I'm just kind of busy at the moment.
Okay. Dead puppies. Okay. So when I was a kid, for Christmas, my grandparents got us a puppy. She was a Springer Spaniel, and she's black and white. Her name was Daisy. Over the course of that year, when we had tried to potty train her, and it was not working. And one day, my grandparents told me that they took Daisy to live on a farm where she could run free.
It's a really responsible grandparents to take her to a farm.
But did they? I mean, it's entirely possible that they really did have some friends who had a farm who took our dog. But you know what I think is more likely?
I mean, sure, go for it.
That they took my dog out to the middle of the nowhere and shot her in the head. I don't know if that happened. I'm just saying, like, when I became an adult, I realized that that was entirely possible.
I think she's still on the farm.
That would have been like 23 years ago, so probably dead by now.
I refuse to believe that. I think she's still alive, running free.
You think there's a 30-year-old dog somewhere?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Guinness Book of World Records type dog, because she's happy and on a farm.
Maybe you're right.
Speaking of that, Kristen, you can tell this story better than I can, but you commented on some, like, it was like a reunion of an old show, and I can't remember what the show was, but there was a dog involved. Like, all the cast members got to get, like, how they look today, and it was next to the poster of back in the day when they were on the show.
Mm-hmm.
And the dog was in the picture, but the dog was the same in the second picture. And Kristen commented, like, the dog should be a skeleton or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, Little Rascals.
Little Rascals, yeah.
Oh, gosh.
You weren't the only one. Like, a lot of people commented that. That was really funny.
Yeah, that was definitely a different dog.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I can't watch, like, old movies and stuff that have animals in it, because I'm, like, automatically assuming that animal's dead.
But they also probably had several dog actors in the movie, so...
That's true. It's very possible.
So I guess it didn't really matter if it was the same dog or not, because none of them were the same dog.
My first thought was that it was like photoshopped, like the same. It was just literally from that old picture, and then they put it. But I don't remember if it was like in a different position. Who knows?
I guess I would have to see it.
Yeah. All right. What's your next topic?
There's just an endless supply of topics. It just keeps getting more and more. JFK. All right. I'll say it.
Mm-hmm.
JFK. Pretty cool dude, right? Maybe not. Maybe he treated Jackie really badly.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he treated Robert really badly.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that family is all sorts of fucked.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take their money. I don't think they're that fucked if they're giving me money. But I kind of wonder what's wrong with that family for them to be so politically involved.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what happened, man. It all seems way too sketchy when that all happened.
You know what, though? When I learned about Robert Kennedy and how he was assassinated, I cried. And that was the day that I decided that I'm going to run for president.
When did you learn that?
Like a year or two ago.
You just learned that Robert Kennedy was shot?
I didn't know anything about it.
Really?
Why would I? Who cares? You learn things when you learn them, you know? I'm not going to, like, be a child thinking like, oh, JFK, I wonder if he had a brother, you know?
Robert was in his cabinet.
Okay, but I'm not that educated, so.
You're more educated than I am.
Well, that's sad. I learned about Robert Kennedy from the RFK tapes, which is another podcast. You can find it under Billy Balls, which is Billy Balls is even better, and that is my favorite podcast of all time.
Shout out.
Well, it's called The Ballad of Billy Balls. I'm sorry.
I love alliterations, man. That's why I like your name so much, because it's such a beautiful alliteration, and it's like easy to remember.
Thank you.
Yeah. Your turn.
Is it my turn? Oh, I guess it is my turn. Basement. I think I wrote garage and basement like consecutively.
I wonder if attic is in here.
I don't think it is. Basement. I live in one.
Hell yeah. I lived in one when I was a kid. Oh, so I was like 12. So things happen in my life, right?
Mm-hmm.
As everybody's lives occur. Like things happen.
Yeah, things always happen.
So I lived in my dad's basement when I was like in high school or whatever. And like, I remember one time I was sleeping and I felt something around my feet.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what in the actual fuck is going on? So I pull up the covers and I didn't see anything. It's like, all right, maybe I'm just sleeping and I have like feel something because I'm like tired or whatever. And I'm just freaking out. Pull the covers back over, try to sleep again. Feel something again, but this time it's like around my hip. I'm like, what in the actual fuck? So pull the covers off. See nothing.
Are you okay? You hit your funny bone just now?
No, I hit right there.
Oh, no.
Anyways, I was like, whatever. Didn't see anything. So I'm going to try again. Maybe I'm just making it up. This time, put the covers back. It's early in the morning. I feel something around my shoulder. I'm just like, I'm not going to, what am I going to do? Might as well just pretend like it's not there. Then something fucking was around my neck and bit my neck. Found out what it was. It was a fucking mole, like a vole looking thing. Yeah. It came out of the fucking crawl space and into my bed and just wanted to get comfy and warm around my vitals. And so I freaked out. I was like, I'm not sleeping down here anymore. I go upstairs. I wake my dad up. I was like, look at this. Look at this. And it wasn't like a real bad. Like it was just like a red mark. And my dad was like, yeah, you did that to yourself. Go back to sleep. Like, yeah, I'm going to go back to sleep, but not downstairs. You have vermin down there. He's like, you need to stop. I'm trying to sleep. So I'm like, I'm going to go fucking to the hospital. I didn't say fucking. I was trying to be nice.
Good idea, because you could have had rabies.
That's what I thought. And they're like,
Yeah.
you're just making stuff up. You need to stop. You're way too creative and all whatever.
Did you get a rabies shot?
No, I didn't get a rabies shot. It didn't really break the skin. It was just like a red mark, you know?
Even still.
I know. So, I mean, I might be rabid. Who knows?
That would explain so much. No, I'm just kidding. You'd probably be... How long ago was that?
I mean, it's been at least 14 years.
Yeah, you would be dead. So.
Maybe it's like slow rabies. Like rabies.
Slow rabies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that a thing? Slow rabies?
I don't know. I could be patient 0.
Oh, wait. I think it's your turn. I think I was on a true
Oh, yeah.
basement.
You were basement.
Yeah.
But thanks for picking for me.
You're welcome.
Holes.
It's great. I remember writing that. I was like, this is a funny word. Holes.
That was a good book.
I thought of that too. Oh, I've only seen the movie, but I thought of that when I wrote it. I was like, it's also that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Shia LaBeouf was cute back then.
I need to see that movie again.
Yeah. Had Patricia Arquette in it, which is the same person that was in Medium. I told you how, like, I like teeth. I don't like perfect teeth. She's one of those people who have like the way her teeth are set. I think is gorgeous.
Okay. Cool.
What's your take on holes, movie or otherwise?
Otherwise, I don't need to say anything. I don't have anything really to say about holes. I think we all know why holes are funny.
No.
No.
Are you picking a new topic?
Mm-hmm. I don't have anything to say. Gas stations.
I like gas stations.
I mean, I'd already talked about this in the last episode, but yeah, I was at a gas station when that guy told me he was a murderer. Oh, actually, something else happened to me today at a gas station.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it was right before I came here. There was a guy leaning over the propane tanks, smoking a cigarette. And as I walked past him, I was like, those can explode.
It's a guy that really likes living on the edge. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And he was like, oh, yeah, you're right. And then he was like, hey, will you give me a ride to the hospital? And I was like, nah, I gotta go.
He asked for a ride from the to the hospital?
Yeah. Like he currently was having a medical issue. But, I really don't think that he was, He seemed fine, other than the fact that he was smoking over some propane tanks.
Jeez. Like, you could... Oh, my goodness.
Like, if he really needed to go to the hospital that badly, he would not have watched me walk into the gas station and back out again and not asked anyone else. You know what I mean?
Maybe he wanted to visit somebody at the hospital. Like a chaplain or something.
It didn't really seem that way.
It
just seemed like a sketchy dude,
Right. Some people you don't want in your car.
No. If I don't know a stranger, they're not getting in my car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've never picked up a hitchhiker before?
No.
Oh.
Maybe if it was a child and, like, they were really actually lost, then I might.
Dude, I wouldn't even do that.
Why?
Because I wouldn't want to be accused of kidnapping or whatever.
Like, I wouldn't either. You know what? You're right. I wouldn't pick them up. I would just, like, maybe stay with them, but also call 911.
Right.
That's a better idea. Yeah.
That's, like, the last thing you need. Like, if there's, like, an Amber Alert or whatever, and that kid matches that description and they're in your car.
Then you could be, like, arrested for kidnapping. Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. I'll remember that for later when I run into a lost child.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
All right. Gas stations in Fort Wayne. I don't know about anywhere else, but that's really that's where you find really good quality drama. Like, if you just sat in your car and watched the gas station, you'd find some really weird things happening. You don't even have to, like, listen to the conversations. You can just watch their mannerisms and everything else, and you just get, like, that's better than reality television sometimes.
Yeah.
If you don't have electricity and you're bored, just go to a gas station for a little while.
Have you done that?
No.
Okay.
Is it my turn to pick a topic?
It is. Okay, I guess I'll pick that one.
Penis.
Was that the one that you drew already before?
Yeah, but I forgot to do the whole, like, ASMR part.
Penis.
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 I think we need to stop yelling.
Yeah, there's a little kid with a penis.
Yeah.
That's going to hear this.
He's going to feel uncomfortable if he wakes up to us yelling that word.
Yeah. Because he might be a little confused. Because, like, every time he does touch his penis, I'm like, that's your penis. So he knows, you know?
Yeah.
So he might be a little confused about, like, what's going on.
Have you seen 500 Days of Summer?
I haven't.
You have not?
I have not.
That's like literally the reason I was doing that.
Yeah,
Why were you doing it?
because it's a game.
It was like that you already knew about other than having seen that movie?
Yeah,
Where'd you learn that game from?
I don't remember.
How old were you when you learned that game?
Young,
Like how young?
like middle school.
Hmm. You know what? That's likely because you are 2 years older than me. Did you learn it from someone else in middle school?
Yes.
I wonder if that person learned it from the movie 500 Days of Summer.
500 Days of Summer came out when I was in high school.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe I was just like behind the times and I only knew about it from that movie. Just like how I only know about the Smiths because of that movie.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember where I learned the Smiths.
Well, you're cooler than me because you already knew the penis game without having seen that movie, so you probably learned it from somewhere else.
No. I don't think I learned about the Smiths until recently, though, to be honest.
Hmm.
Well, your turn.
Okay. Asshole.
I find it interesting that eating ass is a thing.
Why?
Because, like, somebody was creative. You know what I mean? Like, to become a thing and to become, like, a big thing that people do now.
Have you ever had your asshole eaten? Or, like, licked? Anyone licked your asshole?
I don't remember.
Then probably not. Because that's something you would remember.
I don't know. I think it's happened before, and I was just, like, kind of weirded out by it.
Why? Was it because you, like, pooped beforehand and you were like, I don't know if I want that to be happening?
I just... No, I mean, I was like I showered before everything occurred, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I was just, like, taken aback by it because it was just really unexpected.
Mm.
So I was just like, whoa, you know?
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
Oh, I love it. Not doing it. I love it when someone else does it to me. I don't know if I would want to actually do it, though.
Oh.
But I mean, you know,
No, I don't know.
things can change. You know, like if I was 100% sure that the person like showered like immediately beforehand and like really, you know, washed it good,
Right.
then I would be fine with it. That's like one of those things that you have to be sure. You know?
Somebody... somebody told me once, like, it was like a compliment. They're like, hey, I just want you to know you have a very clean asshole. I appreciate that.
How did they know?
To the listeners listening at home, please don't be my parents. Because there was penetration, and so there was anal, and like when they were done, they're like,
There's no poop on my dick.
right, exactly.
Had they had poop on their dick before?
I never asked them. I was just happy about the compliment. I didn't think about their personal life other than just what happened.
You know, well, okay.
I'll tell you this though.
All right.
I went on vacation to meet a guy, and like we hung out. Like we met before, but he lived in a different state, and it was on a coast. So I was like, I'm gonna go visit him for a vacation, and it was a fun time, and we fooled around a lot, and he wanted to do anal.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't really want to do anal because he was living with like 5 other guys. And so I haven't pooped the entire time. And he was all about it. So I was like, all right, let's do it. And then like, it was just terrible. It was a terrible experience.
Did you poop everywhere?
No, not everywhere. Just on his penis.
Just on his penis.
Yeah. And I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And he's like, it's all right. So he was like in the bathroom and I finally just let it all out. Like 4 days worth of just feces just fell out of me. And I was like so relieved, but so embarrassed at the same time. And I didn't warn him ahead of time either. So that was kind of my fault.
I'm so turned on right now.
Is it my turn or your turn?
I think it's your turn.
Did I you picked assholes?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
We're learning so much about each other.
Isn't that what this podcast is all about?
It is, yeah.
Whores. Oh, sorry. Horses.
Oh my god. I was like, I did not write whores.
I love horses. I had like ponytails. I read a bunch of ponytails growing up about like people with their horses and stuff.
It's like a book series called Ponytails.
Yeah.
Wow, that's probably the gayest thing I've ever heard.
I thought it was witty.
All right, let's move on. I don't have anything to say about horses.
Did you like horses?
Sure, they're fine.
Did you ever hang out with a horse?
Yeah, I've ridden horses. I broke my hymen on a horse.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Because, okay, I should probably explain how that happened.
If you could, please.
I was very young.
Oh.
I was probably like 11 or 12. It was when I first started getting my period. And I had my period. But I had never worn a tampon before.
Okay.
And we were going to go out for the day and ride horses. And my older sister suggested, like, why don't you wear a tampon? Because this is, like, the right situation for that, you know. Like, as an adult, like, you know that that's definitely what you probably would want to do. You wouldn't want to, like, wear a pad riding a horse. That'd be awful. Anyway. I guess it depends on what kind. Like, there's some good ones. That would probably be okay. But anyway, I didn't know how to put a tampon in right. It was my first time.
Okay.
And so it wasn't really, like, fully in there all the way. And it was really painful.
Oh.
And then I rode a horse.
Oh.
So, yeah.
How do you know you broke your hymen?
Because I don't remember any other time of breaking my hymen after that.
Okay. But, like, you already had you were already menstruating.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, when your hymen breaks, you bleed a little bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how did you know? Like, you never, like, bled after that?
No.
So you know for a fact it was when you were on a horse?
I'm assuming. Anatomy is weird.
Especially the female anatomy.
But I've had lots of things in my vagina since then. And that was the only time that anything, like, hurt like that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
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 Mm-hmm. I could be wrong, but I think that that's what happened. And I'm sure that there are other people who have the exact same experience. Rich people. Oh, that's the other topic. I'm not saying that rich people have that experience.
Yeah, they're just like us, except with money. You know, they have faults. They have good things about them, bad things about them. They could sway people better. Good for them.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully one day I could be part of that category.
Same, but you know what? Like, better, though. Like, I want to be a rich person, but, like, better. Like, a better person. You know?
You think all rich people are bad?
No, I guess not. I just, like, I think I told you about this, but, you know, like, when my ex-girlfriend was excited to take me to a rich people party, she was like, they're all, like, millionaires, you know, it'll be great people to me, like, for you to know. And I'm just like, I could give two shits about how much money these people have. Like, I only care about if I have a good time with them and if they are morally sound individuals. You know?
Yeah. I do feel like sometimes rich people will have, like, they think because they have money that they deserve more respect.
Exactly. And that was, like, probably my only issue really with them. Like, they seemed like fine people, but they also seemed like yeah, like they deserved, like, whatever respect. You know what I mean? Even though it's like, I don't know you, I don't know what you do, I don't know anything about you.
Right.
Like, you know.
And then I think about, like, people who have what's called, like, old money versus new money.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the people who have old money here in America, part of me wonders if they have old money because their family used to own slaves. So do they really deserve respect?
I don't think that they should have that held against them in particular.
Oh, I'm holding it against them.
But also, no, they don't deserve, like, respect based on the fact that they have money.
Right. Especially if they inherited it.
Right, but they also don't deserve disrespect, if that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah, because they're not the ones who have the slaves.
No, but they're still profiting off of it.
Right. I mean, I guess if I had slave money, then I, I would probably feel more inclined to, like, give to charity and shit, you know, rather than keep it for myself. But if I earned that shit, then no, fuck everyone else. I'm keeping that. Not all of it, but, you know, enough. I'd give some away, but not to the point where I'm back in the situation I'm in now, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, we only have 4 topics left. I can't believe we made it.
Let's bang them out.
Whose turn is it?
Your turn.
Okay. Light bulbs.
Okay.
Why do you think light bulbs is the idea, or when a light bulb goes off? Where do you think that came from? Do you think it came from Edison? Because it was just a brilliant idea?
Oh, yeah, maybe. That's a good point. That's possible. The other day I was door dashing and I had an order for Meijer. And one of the items was just a potato.
One potato.
Uh-huh. And I messaged the customer and I was like, did you really just want one potato or do you want, like, a sack of potatoes? And they were back and they were like, yeah, no, I actually just need one potato. I'm just trying to get a broken light bulb out of the socket.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Huh.
Like, well, I'm happy I asked.
Do you bake the potato before you do it?
I don't
make it softer to...
I don't know.
Huh.
I thought about that, honestly, when I was buying it. And I was thinking about, like, what potato shape would be best for this situation.
Guess it depends on the bulb.
Yeah.
Whenever I hear stories about people putting strange objects up their ass, and I hear, like, a light bulb.
That was my first thought when you drew that.
Mine too. I always think that guy must have shit for brains, and that was the best idea he had.
Yeah, I would never stick anything in my asshole that could possibly break or get stuck.
Maybe that's the part of the excitement.
Yeah, but honestly, that's really something you need to think through because assholes are very delicate, and you do not want to hurt your asshole.
Yeah.
Like, unnecessarily. Trust me, I know. I have had issues with my asshole my entire life, and I'm not fucking around with that shit.
Like what?
Well, like, for example, right now, I have a hemorrhoid and it sucks.
Those are the worst.
But when I was in high school, I would get anal fissures. Like, it would break open on the inside and I would bleed. Like, a lot of blood.
What's an anal fissure?
Just like cracks in the lining of the wall of your rectum.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
When I was like 11 or 12, I saw blood in the toilet. I was like, Mom, I have my period. And she's like, I don't believe you. Let me see. So then I would just sit on the toilet and I would like push.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm trying to show you I have my period. Watch. And I was just really constipated. And like, so I'd bleed when I pushed.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, no, you're just really constipated. You need to lay off from the cheese.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
but that's when I learned like what constipation is and the difference.
I don't think you were bleeding just from being constipated. I think you probably also had anal fissures.
Could have been anal fissures. It could have been
but
hemorrhoids too.
Well, because yeah. Either one really. But yeah, it's because of like something is breaking the lining of your rectum. And it's usually poops that are too hard and too big. That's what happened to me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get regular until like I became an adult.
Yeah, same.
Like I was really constipated
Mm-hmm.
most of my childhood and adolescence. Like when I started smoking weed, I don't know why, but I just knew like I became a little bit more regular. Like I knew I'd poop once every other day. And I was like, yes, this is great. I didn't even know people pooped twice a day or more until I was like 23.
Yeah. Yeah, I have pretty good regular poops now. And if I don't, that's when I start drinking Metamucil. I'll do that for a while until I'm okay again.
I eat like dairy, like ice cream or whatever, and that helps.
No, it doesn't.
It does for me.
I think there's something else going on.
Like what?
And I guess
Dr. Stark.
I guess unless you are lactose intolerant.
I mean, I could be.
But typically anything dairy will make you constipated.
Cheese will make me constipated.
Right.
But
so
like,
wouldn't other dairy do that as well?
Ice cream doesn't. I actually have diarrhea after eating ice cream. But I eat a lot of ice cream.
Okay.
I don't just, eat one bowl with 3 scoops. That's some pussy shit. I eat like a half gallon.
In one sitting.
Yeah, because if I'm eating ice cream, it's usually to indulge.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not just because, like, I don't know, I just need, like, a little taste. No.
Mm-hmm.
I need to taste my sadness away. Go ahead.
I was going to say, though, the little girl that I live with, one time I bought a bag of cheese, because, like, I would make salads. So I would have the cheese for my salads. And I brought a brand new bag. And then she took it and ate all of it in one sitting.
How big was the bag?
Like, it was just, like, like not like a giant one, just like a regular.
Like an 8 ounce or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. 16 ounce or whatever.
And I was upset. I was. But also, I kind of needed more reasons than just, hey man, don't eat my cheese. Because like that's kind of a dick move, because she didn't know it was my cheese.
Right. She was hungry too.
Yeah.
like a
But
whole bag, like
yeah, but like so like I told her, I was like, also that's probably just like not something you want to do to your body because you can get constipated. And yeah, I feel like that resonated with her.
so. One of the leading causes of death for people with disabilities is constipation. It's like asphyxiation, constipation, diarrhea, and something else. It's like 3 things.
It's kinda
Choking.
scary.
Choking is the other one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Aspiration, not asphyxiation. I'm sorry. But I remember constipation being one. I was like, oh my God, I was constipated my whole life. I could have died at any moment.
Yeah.
So.
I'm sorry.
Your turn?
Is it my turn?
Or is it my turn? Oh, no. Yeah, we were talking about light bulbs.
Yeah, you drew light bulbs. What the fuck is wrong with me? Butthole. I wrote both asshole and butthole. And just regular hole. We already covered this.
Are you trying to tell me something?
Am I?
Are you?
What do you feel like I'm trying to tell you? And I'll tell you whether it's right or not.
Telling me that I'm an ass.
No.
Okay.
It's really self-deprecating.
You're trying to tell me that you're really thinking about ass.
I mean, sure, but like, in what way?
I'm not sure. That's really open-ended.
Yeah. We'll open that end later. Alright, draw another. Dinosaurs. You couldn't read that?
I wanted to make sure that it was spelled right.
Okay.
Dinosaurs. I loved Land Before Time growing up.
Oh, me too. With Littlefoot and the tree stars.
Yeah, and Sarah and Ducky.
Mm-hmm.
I watched that same movie over and over and over and over again.
Yeah, it was a very cute dinosaur movie.
I just learned recently Sarah's name was Sarah because she was a Triceratops.
You just learned that recently.
Just learned that recently.
You know when I learned that?
When?
When I saw that movie.
Well, that's because you're smarter than me.
Yeah.
I believe it is. Oh, you get the last one.
The last one. Yay. Thank you. All right, this is our last hat topic, possibly ever.
Hey, let us know if you like this. Leave comments to let us know if this is something you'd like to hear again.
And actually, if you want to have us do it again, maybe you could send us another hat full of topics.
Yeah, send us some topics that we could write and put it in the hat.
Yeah.
And if it's on there and we pick your topic, we could possibly do something with that.
Yeah, maybe kind of like what we've been doing this entire episode.
Yeah, like talk about it and whatnot.
Yeah.
Shout you out, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Are you ready to hear the last one?
If it's about assholes or buttholes, then no.
Elephant.
Just one elephant?
Just one elephant.
Should we talk about the elephant in the room?
I sure. Is there one? I don't know.
I think we talked about it in the last pod, or 2 pods ago.
Yeah, that's why there's no elephant.
Yeah, we're elephantless.
Speak if you have something you want to say about it. I'm all ears. You know, like an elephant.
That's cute.
Thank you.
They say elephants never forget.
Mm-hmm.
So it better not piss one off.
That's it?
That's all I got.
Hmm.
Like, don't owe an elephant money, because then they'll come find you.
Did you know that it's actually really rude? Like, if you're at like a circus or something, it's really rude to like ride the elephant. Like, they don't want that.
That aggravates me because I want to ride an elephant before I die. Like, I want to go to like Thailand and ride an elephant to the different ruins.
Well, it might be more appropriate there. Those elephants might be more into it.
Oh, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think elephants are pretty cool animals.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, we finished our topics.
We did.
High five.
Okay. Hey, we actually got it that time.
We did.
Even made the sound and everything.
Hopefully that was on the mic.
Hopefully.
Want to try it again?
Okay. I think that one picked it up on the mic.
That was good. That felt right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thanks for listening. Oh, wait. Is there anything else you want to talk about, Stacey?
I would really like to smoke a cigarette right now.
That sounds nice.
Not that I condone it. I do not. You know, for any listeners out there, smoking is bad for you. And I know that.
And you have a cough.
And I do have a cough, but it's not from smoking.
It might be lingering because you're smoking.
Definitely.
Yeah, it could have been gone by now.
Yeah, but I was sick like a month ago, so.
Yeah, it should be gone by now.
Yeah.
But here you are smoking cigarettes.
Here I am.
I don't know what to tell you. I'm going to have to find a new co-host.
It'll end eventually.
We'll see. Is there anything you want to plug?
I have a show in Terre Haute this Friday, but by the time this episode comes out, that'll be like 3 weeks ago.
Hopefully that show goes well.
I hope so.
I'm rooting for you.
I'm rooting for you.
For what?
Life.
Am I struggling in life?
I mean.
Oh! Oh! How painful. All right, everybody. Thank you for listening. That is our show. I'd like to thank Stacey. I'd like to thank Brandon. And it was a wonderful time talking with you, Stacey.
Yeah, it was also, for me, a wonderful time talking with you. And I would also like to thank you.
Thanks.
Because you didn't thank yourself, so someone should.
Yeah, that's true. Thank me.
Mm-hmm.
Me. All right, everybody. Have a good night and a good day.